Nasty racing. We're not going to say LS nasty. Nasty racing because we're dealing with more small block Ford.
Got a little SBF nasty.
Nonsense. More small block Ford nonsense. I'm going to explain to you guys a few reasons why the small block Ford is a great motor. I think they make great power, but they're stupid as hell. They're just dumb. They need to be simplified. They don't need to be this complicated. It's 2023. Let's just set a standard for this stuff. First of all, small block Fords. I mentioned it in the last video. They don't make like a gasket. There's not like a gasket kit like an LS is. You got to use RTV. Your gasket kit for these comes in a tube. Big cock gun. Just lay it on there. Stupid. It's 2023. We're still doing it that way. Nothing like fits as it should. So when you put a set of heads on there, they make like a million different style head studs for length and all this other stuff. That's stupid because on like the LS they make like a couple, like iron block, aluminum block, Gen 3 or Gen 4. Or if you go and order your block, right, like a dart block, it comes with head studs for it because they know all the heads will fit. So you don't have to order specific ones. Like you can have like 3 sets of head studs and like 2 of them won't work with the style head you're running, but they'll work in the block. Again, makes no sense. Then you have to like cut the stud. Or some of them you have to literally cut the end of the stud to make it work. Then let's get down to the exhaust port here. See this exhaust port? They make like 13 different style flanges, okay? Like, yes, the LS, when you get into really, really badass stuff, they'll have the individual flange like that. For the most part, 99% of all LS stuff is just your standard flange, okay? Then they move the port around. So like this, the port is higher. When the port gets higher, it pushes the headers out further. Therefore, it won't fit in the car no more. You see what I'm saying about the small block Ford stuff? And then, just like we talked about yesterday, non-skirted block. So you have to run the stupid oil pan. And I know, the big block's the same way where the one side has the pan rail that's inside the oil pan. Yes, I know, it's like, it gets you a little bit more horsepower. Some people say that, like this right here is what I'm talking about. See how the rail is right here and the pan is all the way out to it? It helps with windage. They say that's worth like 40 horsepower. And I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it's stupid. And the LS makes so much power, it doesn't need that extra 40. See what I'm saying?
Comments just erupted.
I mean, I'm just being honest. And then, holy smokes, let's talk about like the front drive deal. Again, just RTV the shit out of it. Okay, stupid. No good gasket. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then hold on. You gotta deal with a cam sync.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the cam sync is stupid because you gotta keep picking it up and turning it, and you gotta set the motor at a certain degree and wait till the light comes on and turn it a little bit. Like, how stupid with all the technology we're messing with a cam sync? I know what you're saying. You could put a cam gear. Or sorry, this has a cam gear on it. You could put a magnet on there like we do on like the LS stuff, and it's just good to go. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, we probably should do that and not have to mess with the cam sync. But every small block Ford guy's like, stick an MSD cam sync in there. Or even worse, they have a distributor in there. If you have a distributor in there, you probably kiss your sister. So yeah.
Wait, they kiss your sister?
No, their own sister. Their own sister.
Oh Lord.
So here we are. The headers are now wider on the engine block. They are higher up, and we don't know if it's going to fit. We're going to see if it fits. We're putting the flex plate on right now. This flex plate's really goofy and has like a really big like hub adapter. So that's fun. So none of the ARP bolts I have here work, so we're just using grade 8 bolts. I gotta take the headers off, RTV them, slap them on there, and then hopefully it fits. They grew out a ½ inch, so a ½ inch of clearance is probably not sitting between the frame rails there, but our only hope is that the frame rails are above it, but the port was raised compared to the last cylinder head we had on there. And don't get me wrong, the small block Ford is extremely badass. Cylinder head wise, they make way more badass cylinder heads for the small block Ford than they do an LS. Horsepower wise, me personally, I think the small block Ford will make a little bit more power, or have the ability to, I should say. It's not just going to make it. You have the ability to make more horsepower than an LS. I still think an LS, longevity wise, is the move. They're pretty tough to beat. They're very solid. And I know what everybody in the comment section is like, oh, well, the LS is just a small block Ford that's just redone. Yeah, it is. That's why you don't have to deal with none of this BS. Like, I got an idea. You redo your small block Ford so it doesn't have this stuff. Then you just call it an LS. Right? I mean, that's seriously where we're at. So there's my rant. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. And now we'll set the camera, get a time lapse going. RTV on these guys, set her in there. Pray she fits. Pray she fits. We're going to be doing some modifying as well. So we have our oil pump and fuel pump drive. AV8 oil systems. Very nice. This is pretty much the setup that I run on every single car except the Slick Rick. It's got like a Hemi style pump. But we run the single stage external wet sump. Fuel pump drive off the back, and the fuel pump drive stuff, that's all it is. It's got the Allen in there. It has provisions to run pretty much 1,000 different collars, so what you have will work. And that's how it's going to ride. So previously, the oil pump had a mounting bracket here. Sorry, the fuel pump had a mounting bracket here. The oil pump mounted off this side, and it was a like daily 5-stage dry sump pump, very large, very overkill for what we were doing. And then you had the dry sump tank. So what we plan to do here, as you can see, we get our oil pumps. They make them in a million different ways. This is a passenger side pump, so it'll have the fittings where they don't like intersect with the block. If you put this on the driver's side, this would run right into the block. So if we can hang this just like that, it's going to be very tight with the fittings. We'll mount it just like that. Have a fitting come off here like a 45 up to the fuel rail. Put some heat sleeve on there, so it'll be good to go. Now you have one pulley, right? One pulley right here in the front. That will run everything. So if you do have some sort of failure, belt breaks, it's going to kill the fuel pump with the oil pump and shut it off. If you have it on 2 separate belts, you have a belt for your fuel pump, a belt for your oil pump. If you have a failure for some reason and the belt for the oil pump comes off and the fuel pump stays on, you're gonna have a bad day because that thing will be dead in no time. This, at least you have a shot of everything being okay. A little bit. All right, y'all. Where's our excitement level right now? No, we got the motor in, and that's about as much we're gonna talk about. Oh yeah, I just mocked up a titanium exhaust tip, TISS fab for all your titanium exhaust needs. This is actually, we're gonna redo the exhaust, move the tank to the other side. GT55 flange on here. Run some titanium exhaust on this guy. I think it'd be nice. A car with a wheelie problem definitely needs titanium exhaust. That's how I feel. 100%. So, got the motor in. Oil pan clearance and everything is great. For some reason, I don't know why I thought that like this oil pan was not going to work. I put a big sump in the front of it, and it looks like I don't even need it. Let's see if it... I really, really, really don't like my oil pan to be the lowest part, and... I mean, the car is... Oh, the transmission pan's like 1.5 inches below it, so that's perfect. You're really not going to smash your transmission pan off the ground because it's so far back from the front suspension. The oil pan's really the thing you got to worry about, unless your transmission's just obnoxiously low, but usually that's not the case. So we got everything in there. The oil pan seems to work good. We got our pickup on this side, so we'll have the oil pump on this side as well. Our fuel pump will come up here and feed this. We'll switch the regulator to the other side, move the tank over here, so everything, all of our lines will be like right over here, which is nice. God, I just remade like 1 or 2 lines out of Brown and Miller. I think just one. Yeah, there's only one other line made out of Brown and Miller. But we can repurpose this for something, don't you think? This was what was this? The feed line, I think? Yeah. This was the feed line right there. And I don't think we made a return line yet. Thankfully, we did not make a return line. So we talk about everything that's going good. Let's talk about everything that's going bad. Our largest fears are confirmed. Oh, what's that? Oh,
Brown and Miller line.
Oh no, that's turbo drain. Oh no. Turbo drain. I need to put a bung in the front of the pan. Oh. No.
You're doing that under there.
Oh no! Oh no! It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. There's a perfect spot for it. Damn it! That's gonna be one of those deals where. You know what? Hold on. Time out. You can drop this pan in the car.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't get it back on.
You can't get it back on in the car, that's for sure. It can be a pain in the ass, but you can drop the pan in the car, which is nice.
Can we get the pan on outside the car?
Well, no, not after our modifications. We're doing great.
Yeah, it goes on there. It'll be.
What is happening outside?
This is not good. The headers hit the frame. So we're gonna have to just like start hogging out until the headers fit. And that's pretty much where we're at with it. So being that the ports are raised, you'll see here, these last 2 runners are the outside. I don't know if I could do it with one hand. You got to deal with the steering rack here. So it's hitting the frame. So I think we can get that clearanced okay. It's not a lot is needed, but then up front we're hitting this tube right here. And we're hitting this part of the frame rail right here. Can you see this? So we're hitting like this section of the frame rail right there, and then we're hitting this tube.
How could you fix this?
I mean, there's no fixing it. I mean, I guess
put an LS in it.
Oh yeah, put an L. Oh, duh, there is fixing it. Put an LS in it. Yeah, not have every cylinder head have a different exhaust port height and location.
Yeah.
For one, the other side, I don't know if the other side is better or worse. The other side, you can at least get the header in and out. I think this one's gonna have the same deal. This seems to be further in. Does it hit it?
Yeah, you're
no. It's hitting the K-member. It's hitting the K-member right here, and it's hitting the frame in the same spot right here. So I think we just need to notch it. As far as, like, it's a 25.5 car, so as far as that part being super structural, I mean, I guess it is super structural. The motor plate's going to it. And it's got no, like... Yeah, I would say it's very structural. Dude, This thing right here, how much do we use this?
A lot.
We do use it a lot. I took a good chunk. Was it noticeable, a good chunk?
Yeah, it looks noticeable from here.
Just remember, if the flange warps, the bolt will bring it back.
So much for my bullseye.
Well, that sucker's ready. Let them get hot. All right, now hit it! All right. I think you're here. Try to hit it like right down there. God, it's gonna be a pain in the ass holding this header to get it on now. That was pretty good, I think. Tyler's itching to put the string at it. All right. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go.
Here you go, Tyler.
There's my shit.
Oh, man.
Here. I'll do that. God, it looks like we gotta go no preparation. Honestly, no, that's not dented nearly enough. You have to hit that sucker twice as hard. There we go. How much clearance it's got back there now?
Yeah.
You beat the shit out of it.
You're gonna have to do that to this one too.
I mean, if it moved that much, that flange does not line up. Oh my God! When we pull that flange to line up, it's just gonna sit on there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Like it bent the whole like tube.
Mm-hmm.
The flange at the end, yeah.
She clearance? No.
So for those of you watching at home, don't do it step by step. Watch the entire video and then clearance your headers.
Someone's at home like, yeah, I'm gonna clearance my header, so all you guys do it. And they get to this part, they're like, damn it, I don't have another head sitting around. Where'd that big long ratchet go?
And the 10 mil.
Right there. Dude, this sucker's gonna go right up there. You're gonna fire this thing up, it's gonna sound like there's a can of rock sitting over here every time it's just beating on the damn frame. Wouldn't be a good night of work on stuff if we didn't get done at 12:30. Just getting stuff knocked out here. Very proud of our work so far. Made a mess a couple times, cleaned it up a couple times. Damn small block Ford things.
These things suck.
These
like they absolutely suck.
I mean, they're like so much extra work. But all you small block Ford guys just like live and die by it. So, you know, I go 412s with like off the shelf parts in the Black Sheep Stage 3 engine package where you can literally order online. You guys are over here using the damn, what are those things called that the Chinese people use to math? It's like a calculator but with beads. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. That they slide them over.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, that's like what you have to do to put this together. So, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Abacus.
Yeah, maybe. No, I don't know. Maybe not. So we got it in there. The exhaust ports being raised pushed the headers out. The headers hit everything. I will tell you this: if you guys are working on cars, I mean, honestly, we use this for,
we use it for
like,
everything.
Working on the shop, stuff on the toter. Absolutely great. Get you some nice carbide bits, and this Johnny right here.
I really think the nice carbide bit is.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big thing. I mean, look at this carbide bit. It looks brand new, and we've literally used it on everything.
So much.
So you can get your. So let me rephrase this. I don't want to sound too rude. You can get robbed at the welding store buying these, and that's what I did. So go to the welding store, any welding store, preferably ARC3 gases, and they will smoke your boots on a set of these. And then they'll get you for, am I wrong? And then they'll get you for $15 for an ink paint marker. And then you ask for a welding helmet, it's actually $50 over retail. And you find it online for $200 cheaper, and you just say, no, put that back. Anyways, that's what I recommend. This thing right here, something serious. So we actually like clearanced a lot of the K-member, like the rails on the K-member, like this part right here.
On the inside.
On the inside. So you can kind of see here where it's like sticking through. We had to like kind of hog that out a little bit.
Yeah, you can see it like around the frame. A little darker over here.
So we got that stuff clearance. I'm gonna drop the oil pan, put a bung in it. Other than that, I mean, we're bolt the converter up, put the turbo kit on. We are changing some stuff. We're gonna move the fuel tank to the other side like we talked about. So we cut all this mounting stuff for the fuel tank off over here, and we'll mount it over there. And other than that, I mean, I'd like to say we got the hardest part out of the way. Everything fits good, except I got to just notch this last little piece on this last primary, really just kind of like hit it with a hammer, and it's just barely hanging it open right there, but everything else is sealed up absolutely perfect. So no RTV on this side. That side's completely done. This side needs to have RTV put on it. Clearance on the steering rack. We're gonna put a heat shield on that side for the fuel pump. Other than that, I mean, the new motor is in. Lightweight aluminum block, small block Ford 9.5. All you small block Ford guys, I'm doing this for you. I'm not doing this by choice, because my choice would be to put an LS in this a long time ago and been up and running. Because I know at TCAM they got Black Sheep Stage 3 engine packages just sitting there, so I literally could have just scooped one up, came down here, put it in here in no time, and then been on the road. And I would have had to change stuff, but I would have been able to change it once and we would have been fine. But now it's like, we got a small block Ford. If we ever go to a different small block Ford and it's got different heads and this and that, we got to change this and that. And, you know, it's like, why? Why? Just say, oh, I got a small block Ford. Like, we get it. The cars are great. The motor, Gen 1 LS. We get it.
You went there. Except nothing's the same as an LS.
No, it's just overcomplicated with shitty gaskets, and you got to use RTV and cam sinks and yeah.
I just want. Oh, I didn't even say that. You keep saying it, and it really bothers me. Small block Ford and an LS really are nothing alike. They share a small LS shares.
It's a pushrod V8.
An LS.
It's a pushrod V8.
And correct. An LS shares way more with a Gen 1 small block Chevy than it does any small block Ford.
Oh yeah, I forgot, because they have like the Siamese bore exhaust valves. Oh, right there.
The only thing similar is cylinder head.
You can make a small modification to a 302 block and literally
put an LS head on it.
The only similarity is the cylinder head.
He's digging his own hole. Guys, rip them apart in the comment section.
Go to the bottom end. Do you put a small block Ford rod in an LS?
No, but you put Cleveland mains in an LS.
Well, you can do that to a small block Chevy too.
Just because you use, like, what is it, World Industries blocks, like they make the small block Chevy block where you bolt the LS heads on. Yeah, it's something that you would use, like a blow through carburetor.
No, I mean,
let's not forget that when Mason came here, he's like, oh, carbureted LS is the way to go. Nothing he says is credible at this point on.
I did not. I said I was poor, so I had a carbureted LS with a plate.
I don't give a shit how much money you got. Put EFI on that bitch. Go and get a damn ECU out of a Suburban wrecked. Just steal it out of your neighbor's Suburban, for all I care.
I'd rather run a carburetor than a GM ECU.
How fast is the cow on a GM ECU? And homeboys over here saying he'd rather run a carburetor. Look at him. He looks like he eats carburetors.
I can't. HP tuners I'm no good with. Okay? I can't do it. Now the HOLLEY stuff, that's like a leapfrog. It's easy.
He just said the Holley stuff's a leapfrog. I'm like, hey Mason, turn that data log on, load the new tune-up in as the car's running on the starting line. Explain that to me. Look at him. Look at him. What do you have to say?
I go in there, hit start data log. It says not synced. I'm like, fuck. I hit
leapfrog,
sync.
bro. Do you mean Lobster? Or you mean jitterbug? What do you mean? Look at him. There's smoke coming from his ears.
Looks like a jitterbug.
Yeah. We got him. We got him, David.
Well, no, it didn't sync, so I just hit sync, and it somehow changed the boost curve. Which, how it got to what it was, who knows? Because there's no way anyone made a table that was like, boost, no boost, boost.
That's how it is around here. We keep it real. You can't get by. You have to have thick skin to be around here. Ask Mason. Ask him.
Yeah, honestly, I think I have the thickest skin.
I don't know if that's something to be proud of. You don't have it by choice. You have it by default. All right, guys. We're going to get this thing fired up here soon. Get the turbo kit on. Run new CO2 lines. We went from the braided lines to push lock. Mount fuel pump, fuel line, turbo drain. Really not too far off. We're getting there. It's exciting. And they're running all steel, all glass at Ducks Race, which is good to hear. I don't know if this car is like super competitive. We're gonna see what this new motor does. But I know this car's been fast before. We got this new turbo on there, so I expect to go a little bit faster. But the all steel, all glass car that's really gonna kick ass is this one. We just gotta get it done. Just gotta get it done.
Cat dog.
We get done with this one. We get done with the Black Sheep. We got done with Slick Rick. That's 3. The Glizzard goes to Cameron Johnson Race Cars. That means we're going to be working on this because we have nothing else to work on. Yeah, we got to put this badass Race Tech seat in there. Guys, if you guys are interested in seats, go to Race Tech or hit me up. We can get your Race Tech seat. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. You guys want to see us working on them while we're working on them.